Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की
जय।
बोलो श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा। शिवा प्रभु कैसे हैं आप?
बस बढ़िया। आप कैसे हैं?
बस बस एकदम ठीक। नाइस। वीकेंड इज ओवर, बैक टू मंडे। Yeah, I think Anil ji had a surgery or something, so that's why he's not able to join.
हाँ, उस दिन वो बोल रहे थे, लेकिन फिर बाद में कि आप उनको बेस्ट ऑफ लक बोल रहे थे, तो अच्छा अब मुझे समझ में आ रहा था क्यों बोल रहे थे आप।
Yeah.
ओके।
Yeah. You see, it was just like, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? It wasn't something major, but
ओके।
फिर भी it was supposed to be last Monday. But लिखा था मैंने, he didn't respond back. So,
ओके।
yeah, we'll see.
आप थोड़ा, आपका माइक थोड़ा दूर हो गया क्या प्रभु जी? थोड़ा
आवाज नहीं आ
आपका।
रही है?
हाँ, अब अभी तो एकदम
Okay.
छन छन करके आ रही है।
All right, all right. शायद थोड़ा हो सकता है धीरे बोल रहा हो.
हाँ
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think let's get started.
जी प्रभु जी। मैं पढ़ूं?
हाँ.
ओके। प्रभवो सर्वविद्यानां सर्वज्ञो जगदीश्वरो नान्यसिद्धामालं ज्ञानं गुहमानो नरेहितः अथो गुरुकुले वास्मिच्छन्ता उपजगमतुः काश्यं सन्दीपनीं नाम हायवन्ति पूर्वासिनम्। Translation: Concealing their innately perfect knowledge by their human-like activities, those two omniscient lords of the universe, themselves the origin of all branches of knowledge, next desired to reside at the school of a spiritual master. Thus they approached Sandipani Muni, a native of Kashi, living in the city of Avanti. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. और ये हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था last week, right? City of Avanti, which is Ujjain, right? And what is mentioned is, of course, the Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, they are the origin of all branches of knowledge. Yeah, still they went to a spiritual master. So, Sarvagyo Jagdishwaro, Sarva Vidyanam Sarvagyo. Still they went to a Gurukul. And that Sandipani Muni, which is from Kashi, and how Avanti is ashram in Ujjain.
Ujjain, yeah.
So we'll continue reading. यथोपशादितो दान्तो गुरो वृत्तिमनिन्दिताम् ग्राहयन्ता उपेतो स्म भक्त्या देवमिवादृतो. Sandipni thought very highly of these two self-controlled disciples, whom he had obtained so fruitlessly by serving him as devotedly as one would serve the Supreme Lord himself. They showed others an irreproachable example of how to worship the spiritual master. Right? Basically, even being the Bhagwan, they still, the way they treated the spiritual master is something to learn from for everyone. Hmm?
तयोर्देचवर्स्तुष्टः शुद्ध भवानुवृत्तिभः प्रोवाच वेदान्नखिलान् संडोपनिषदो गुरुः. The best of Brahmanas, the spiritual master Sandipani, was satisfied with their submissive behavior, and thus he taught them the entire Vedas, together with their 6 corollaries and the Upanishads. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sarvasham dharurvedam dharmananaయ pantasthatha तथा चान्वीक्षित किम विद्याम राजनीतिम च षड्विधाम. He also taught them the Dhanurved with its most confidential secrets, the standard books of law, the method of logical reasoning and philosophical debate, and the sixfold silence of politics.
Science
Nice
of
word.
politics.
Yeah. Nice.
Srila Sridhara Swami explains that the confidential portion of the Dhanur Veda, military science, includes knowledge of the appropriate mantras and presiding deities of warfare. Dharman refers to the Manu Samhita and other standard law books, Dharma Shastras. Nyay Pathan refers to the doctrine of Karma Mimamsa and other such theories. Anvikshikim is knowledge of the technique of logical arguments. Tarka. The sixfold political science is the quite pragmatic and includes Sandhi, making peace. Second, Vigraha, war. Yana, marching. Asana, sitting tight. Dvedaha, dividing one's forces. And Samshya, seeking the protection of a more powerful ruler. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All this different knowledge which Sandipani Muni is giving to Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram. सर्वनर्वश्रेष्ठो सर्वविद्याप्रवर्तको सक्रीनिगतमात्रेण तो सज्जगृहतो नृप अहोरात्रिश्चतुष्षष्ट्या संयतो तावती कला गुरुदक्षिणायाचार्य छन्दयामास तूर्णुप. O king, those best of persons, Krishna and Balaram, being themselves the original promulgators of all varieties of knowledge, could immediately assimilate each and every subject after hearing it explained just once. Thus, with fixed concentration, they learned the 64 arts and skills in as many days and nights. Thereafter, O king, they satisfied their spiritual master by offering him Guru Dakshina. Yeah? So actually, there are 64 subjects mastered by Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram in 64 days.
Mastered.
Let's read what those 64 things are. Hare Krishna, Nisha.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
पढ़ना है? The following list comprises the 64 subjects mastered by Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram in 64 days. Additional information may be found in Srila Prabhupada's Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord's learn Geetam singing, Vadyam playing on musical instrument, Nrityam dancing, Natyam drama, Alekyam painting, Visheshaka Chaddeyam painting the face and body with colored uh, unguents and cosmetics. Tandula Kusuma Bali Vikraha preparing auspicious designs on the floor with rice and flowers. 8 is Pushpastaranam, Pushpastaranam, making a bed of flowers. Dashana Vasanga Raga, coloring one's teeth, clothes, and limbs. 10 is Mani Bhumika Karma, inlaying a floor with jewels. 11 Saya Rakanam, covering a bed. 12 Udak Vadyam, ringing water pots. Udaka. 13 is Udaka Gataha, splashing with water. 14 Chitra Yogaha, mixing colors. 15 Malya Grathana Vikalpaha, preparing wreaths. 16 Shekharapida Yajanam, setting a helmet on the head. 17 Nepotya Yoga, putting on apparel in a dressing room. 18th Karna Patra Bhangaha, decorating the earlobe. 19th Sugandha Yuktiha, applying aromatics. 20 Bhushana Yajanam, decorating with jewelry. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sure, Prabhu.
Jalam, jugglery. Kauchumara Yoga, the art of disguise. Hast Laghavam, sleight of hand. Chitra Sakupa Bhaksha Vikara Kriya, preparing varieties of salad, bread, cake, and other delicious food. Panaka Rasa Ragaswa Yojanam, preparing palatable drinks and tinging draughts with red color. Suchi Vaya Karma, needlework and weaving. Sutra Kriya, making puppet dance by manipulating thin threads. Veena Damaruka Vadyani, playing on a lute and a small X-shaped drum. Prahelika, making and solving riddles. Pratimala, scrapping verses or reciting poem verse for a verse as a trial of memory or skill. Durvachaka Yoga, uttering statements difficult for others to answer. Pushtaka Vachanam, reciting books. Natikakya Darshanam, enacting short plays and writing anecdotes. Krishna and Balram also learned Kav Samasya Purnam, solving enigmatic verses. Pratika Vitra Bana Vikalpa, making a bow from a strip of cloth and a stick. Tarku Karma, spinning with a spindle. Takshanam, carpentry. Vastu Vidya, architecture. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So you see there are so many qualities which is mentioned. And let me just read through very quickly also. So the other qualities are Ropya Ratna Pariksha, testing silver and jewels. Dhatu Vaday, metallurgy. Mani Rag Janma, thinking jewels with various colors. Akara Jana, mineralogy. Vikashur Vedo Yoga, herbal medicine. Mesa Kukuto Vika Yuddha Vidhi, the art of training and engaging rams and quails in fighting. Suk Sarika Pralapanam, knowledge of how to train male and female parrots to speak and to answer the questions of human beings. Stadhanam, healing a person with ointments. Kesh Marjana Koshalam, hairdressing. Anksh, Akshara Mustika Kathanam, telling what is written in a book without seeing it and telling what is hidden in another's face. Melchita Kutar Kvikalpa, fabricating barbarous occurrence of history. Desha Bhashi Janam, knowledge of provincial dialect. Pushpa Sakatika Nemiti Janam, knowledge of how to build toy carts with flowers. Yantra Matrak, composing magic squares. Arrangements of numbers adding up the same total in all directions. Dharana Matraka, the use of amulets. Samvacham conversation. Mansi Kavya Kriya, composing verses mentally. Kriya Vikalpa, designing a literary work or a medical remedy. Chaltika Yoga, building shrines. Abhidhana Kas Chando Janam, lexicography and the knowledge of poetic meters. Vastra Gopanam, discussing one kind of cloth to look like another. Vejavesham, knowledge of various forms of gambling. Akshara Krika, playing dice. Balak Kridanam, playing with children's toys. Venalyaki Vidya, enforcing discipline by mystic power. Vejajaki Vidya, gaining victory and the 64. Await Leki Vidya, awaiting one's master with the Vajikara dawn. So you see how that 64, I thought we can at least read through it once. But those are the 64 things which Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram are reading every day. Sure, bro.
Duijas Tayos Tam Mahimana Muddatam Samlakshya Rajnati Manushim Matim Samanyatra Palyas Maharnave Mritam Balam Prabhashe Varyam Babhuva. Translation. O king, the learned Brahmana Sandipani carefully considered the two lords' glorious and amazing qualities and their superhuman intelligence. Then, after consulting with his wife, he chose as his remuneration the return of his young son, who had died in the ocean of Prabhas, ocean at Prabhas. Hare
Correct.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Sandipani Muni is, of course, Guru for Lord Sri Krishna and Lord Balaram. The education is done. 64 days, they learned all those 64 things which we saw. And now Sandipani Muni is thinking about a Guru Dakshina. Nisha.
तथेत्यारुह्य महारथो रथम प्रभासमासाद्य दुरन्तविक्रमो वेलामुपव्रज्य व्रज निषीदतुः क्षणम् सिन्धुर्विदित्वार्हणमहारथयोः. So be it, reply those two great chariot warriors of limitless might, and they at once mounted their chariot and set off for Prabhas. When they reached that place, they walked up to the shore and sat down. In a moment, the deity of the ocean, recognizing them to be the Supreme Lord, approached them with offerings of tribute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sure.
तमः भगवानाशु गुरुपुत्रः प्रदीयताम् यो असाविह त्वया ग्रस्तो बालको महतोर्मिना. Translation. The Supreme Lord Krishna addressed the Lord of the ocean. Let the son of my Guru be presented at once, the one you seized here with your mighty waves. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shri Samudravacha न चाहर्षमहं देव दैत्यः पंचजनो महान् अंतर्जलचर है कृष्ण शंकर रूप धरो असुर. The ocean replied, O Lord Krishna, it was not I who abducted him, but a demoniac descendant of Diti named Panchajan, who travels in the water in the form of a conch.
Prabhuji, can you go to the Sanskrit please for a moment? संस्कृत आपने बहुत मतलब ये जो लास्ट वाला वर्ड है इसको अपन जो कंपाउंड लेटर है लास्ट वाले वर्ड में श के बाद पहला श के बाद तो पहले ड पढ़ते हैं उसके बाद ख पढ़ते हैं या हाउ इज इट दैट कंपाउंड letter pronounced?
So generally what happens, and I know Nisha is here, she is expert at this, but so you know the underneath see you see ख लिखा हुआ है वहाँ पे. Do you see this?
हाँ हाँ तो वो कैसे
तो
उसको मतलब
शंख है,
प्रोनाउंस करते हैं?
right? So you are pronouncing जो नीचे लिखा हुआ है शंख रूप है.
तो जो ऊपर ड है उसका न ऐसे लाइक शंख दैट
न या
प्रोनाउंसिएशन
शंख लाइक द बिंदु जो
शंख.
होते हैं ऐसे.
अच्छा तो
बट इट
कहने का कि वो शंख वो नीचे वाला जो है ज्यादा प्रोमिनेंट हो जाता है.
नीचे वाला prominent हो जाता है. Correct,
ओके
correct. You will see at lot of places we see where it's you have to pronounce with the niche wala and it connects to the next. In this one is next one is easy, like
ओके
roop.
यस यस यस
Right, Nisha?
ओके
यस रूपधर असुर.
Mataji, you should take some Sanskrit classes then, you know.
I think he is the master. I don't know.
No, no, no.
Learning from him only.
I
They
know,
had
but if Gajendra Prabhu is saying that, you know better, then,
definitely, yeah, yeah. They used to learn from. So, my thing is like Nisha, and they used to learn from this Gita family,
Yeah.
Gita Parivar of अपने Giraj Govind Maharaj. He has a
Giri
Gita
Govind
Parivar.
ji, yeah.
Giri Govind Ji Maharaj, Giri Govind Ji, right? So he's the one who manages the whole Ram Ayodhya temple. He's the one who was in charge of the entire construction, treasurer for that. Like
तो
Modi ji
प्रभु
will,
जी यदि कोई आपको पता चले कि कोई संस्कृत क्लास कहीं चल रहा है तो प्लीज
हाँ,
आप मुझे जरूर बताइएगा. आई वुड लाइक टू अटेंड.
oh, so राले में तो चलती ही है इस टेम्पल में. आई एम श्योर इन योर शार्लेट देयर शुड बी सम क्लासेस. विल फाइंड आउट.
ओके लेकिन वो ऑनलाइन भी यदि होगा प्रभु जी कहीं भी इंडिया में राले में कहीं
संस्कृत
कहीं भी आपको
भारती
पता चले.
संस्कृत भारती करके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है.
अच्छा
संस्कृत भारती, दे टीच यू संस्कृत.
ओके
तो उसको सर्च करना गूगल पे.
ठीक है
यू विल फाइंड समथिंग.
ठीक है ठीक है. बट निशा माता जी आपको भी यदि कुछ पता चलेगा तो मुझे जरूर मैसेज कीजिएगा.
हाँ हाँ. कभी वो व्हाट्सएप पे आते हैं काफी लाइक लर्न
हाँ तो
गीता.
मुझे फॉरवर्ड कीजिएगा माता
तो
जी.
यस आई विल डेफिनेटली फॉरवर्ड इट टू.
थैंक यू. सॉरी.
Fine. It's good to know that, but I think in our reading we are not focusing too much on the pronunciation.
यस यस यस
I mean that's fine. To the
लेकिन
best of
पढ़ते पढ़ते सीख जाए तो अच्छा ही है.
हाँ अच्छा है आपको. It's always good to know Sanskrit. I mean
यस यस
you learn so much once you know Sanskrit. Yeah.
मैं पढ़ूं. आस्ते तेनाहृतो नूनं तच्छ्रुत्वा सत्वरं प्रभुः जलमाविश्य तं हत्वा नापश्य दुदैर्भकम्. Indeed, the ocean said, the demons has taken him away. Hearing this, Lord Krishna entered the ocean, found Panchajan and killed him. But the Lord did not find the boy within the demon's belly. Hare Krishna.
तन्दगभ्रवं शङ्खमादाय रथमागमत् ततः संयमनी नाम यमस्य दयितां पुरीं गत्वा जनार्दनः शङ्ख प्रददमो सहलायुध शङ्खनिहार्दमार्कण्य प्रजा संयम्नो यम तयोः सर्पया महतीं चक्रे भक्त्योपबृंहिताम् उवाचावनतः कृष्णं सर्वभूताशयालयम् लीलामनुष्यो विष्णु युवहो करवां किम्. Lord Janardhan took the conch shell that had grown around the demon's body and went back to the chariot. Then he proceeded to Samyamani, the beloved capital of Yamraj, the Lord of Death. Upon arriving there with Lord Balram, he loudly blew his conch shell, and Yamraj, who keeps the conditioned souls in check, came as soon as he heard the resounding vibration. Yamraj elaborately worshipped the two lords with great devotion, and then he addressed Lord Krishna, who lives in everyone's heart. O Supreme Lord Vishnu, what shall I do for you? And Lord Balram, who are playing the part of ordinary humans. So Yamraj recognizes, and then he is saying, the Lord Sri Krishna, who lives in everyone's heart, what can I do for you? Sarva Bhuta Sayalayam, Sarva Bhuta, all the living entities. Yeah, he lives inside. Yeah, Krishnam Sarva Bhuta Sayalayam. And they are, of course, doing the Leela in Manusha form. Get a nice purport. Let's read this. Hare Krishna, Rinaji.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
पढ़ेंगे विनोद जी?
Yes. The conch shell the Lord took from Panchajan, which is called Panchajanya, is the same one he sounded at the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita. According to the Acharyas, Panchajan had become a demon in a way similar to that of Jaya and Vijay. In other words, though appearing in the form of a demon, he was actually a devotee of the Lord. The Skand Puran Avanti Khand describes the wonderful things that happened when Lord Krishna sounded his conch shell. Asipatra Nam Sir Na Patram Ajayata Raurvam Narakam Ara Yuravam Abhut Tad Abhirvam Bhair Vakyam Kumbhi Pakam Apakam. The hell known as Asipatra lost the sword-like leaves on its trees, and the hell named Raurava became free of its Ruru beasts. The Bhairav hell lost its fearfulness, and all cooking stopped in the Kumbhipak hell. The Skand Puran further states, Papasyat tatah sarve vimukta naraha padam avyam asadya. Their sinful reactions eradicated, all the inhabitants of hell attained liberation and approached the spiritual world. Hare Krishna.
Shiva Prabhu.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Guru Putra Mihanitam Nij Karma Nibandhanam Anyasva Maharaj Machasanu Purskritaha. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, suffering the bondage of his past activity, my spiritual master's son was brought here to you. O great king, obey my command and bring the boy to me without delay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Isha?
तथेति तेनोपानीतं गुरुपुत्रं यदुत्तमो दत्वा स गुरुवे भूयो ऋणीष्वेति तमुचतुः. Yamraj said, so be it, and brought forth the Guru's son. Then those two most exalted Yadus presented the boy to their spiritual master and said to him, please select another boon. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And who is the spiritual master?
Sandipani Muni.
Sandipani Muni. Right? What we are reading is how Lord Shri Krishna and Lord Balram, they go to Sandipani Muni for the Gurukul. Yeah, Gurukul education. And they learn like 64 different things, which we saw in 64 days. And then now they are giving a Guru Dakshina. Guru Dakshina, the Sandipani Muni wants his son to be back. And that's what they are working on. So that's what the Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna got spiritual master's son. And after getting his son back, they are asking him, please select another Guru. Yeah. Rinaji? Vinod Prabhu?
Yes. Sri Guru Watch Samyak Sampadito Vats Bhadvyam Guru Niskraya Konu Yusidhis Guru Kamanam Mava Sisyate. The spiritual master said, my dear boys, you two have completely fulfilled the disciple's obligation to reward his spiritual master. Indeed, with disciples like you, what further desires could a guru have? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gachutam swagriham viro kirtivamastu pavani chandashayati amani bhavanitva paratracha. O heroes, now please return home. May your fame sanctify the world, and may the Vedic hymns be ever fresh in your minds, both in this life and the next. So Sandipani Muni says no more Dakshina is required, and now you can go your home. Sure.
Guru Neva Manugyato Ratho Nanila Ramahasa Ayato Swapuram Tat Parjanyanina Denave. Translation. Thus, receiving their Guru's permission to leave, the two lords returned to the city on their chariot, which moved as swiftly as the wind and resounded like a cloud. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So they get back to their city. Nisha?
Samanandana prajaः sarva drishtva Ramajanardano apashantyo bhahani nashtalabdhana iva. All the citizens rejoiced upon seeing Krishna and Balram, whom they had not seen for many days. The people felt just like those who have lost their wealth and then they regained it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And then this ends the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 10th canto, 45th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Krishna Rescues His Teacher's Son. Yeah, Sandipani Muni's son. So we complete the 45th chapter, Bolo Srimad Bhagavatam ki. And then chapter 6 is really beautiful. Like that's really a very wonderful, auspicious chapter, which is Uddhav visits Vrindavan. We all have heard stories about Uddhav, right? and what happens when he visits Vrindavan. But that's what we are going to read. So continue reading. Vinodji.
Sri Suk Uwach वृष्णीनां प्रवरो मन्त्री कृष्णस्य दयितः सखा शिष्यो बृहस्पतेः साक्षाद्धुवो बुद्धिस्तमः. Sukdev Goswami said, the supremely intelligent Uddhav was the best counselor of the Vrishni dynasty, a beloved friend of Lord Sri Krishna, and a direct disciple of Brahaspati. Hare Krishna.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
who is
Yes.
this Uddhav? Sorry, can I ask this question? I know I'm kind of.
No, you can. So Uddhav Maharaj, so because in Mathura, so Lord Krishna goes to Mathura now, right?
Uh-huh.
So he kills Kans and then he reestablishes Ugrasen as the king of Mathura,
Mhm.
right? And then he stays back in Mathura. And he had promised gopis and everyone that he'll come back to Vrindavan, right? But he's not going back. So Uddhav is like in when Lord Krishna actually becomes the king, Uddhav is his advisor. So Uddhav
Okay.
is the, I mean, and in terms of relationship, he is cousin of Lord Shri Krishna. Okay, but it's also mentioned Uddhav is the highest jnani.
Mhm.
He is the one who has all the knowledge. So what happens is, uh, he says here actually, Saksha Duddhuo Buddhi Sitam. Buddhis Uttama hai.
Yeah.
Who has the Uttam Buddhi? Yeah. So
Yeah.
having intelligence of the highest quality.
Right.
Buddhi Uttama hai. Who, and he is a Sishya of Brahspati. Yeah. He's disciple of Brahspati Maharaj. He is of course also the Vishnu ones. And he is Mantri Krishna Shah. Daita.
Yep.
Yeah. He's the advisor of Lord Sri Krishna. And he's
Okay.
also Sakha. And he's a friend of Lord Sri Krishna as well. Yeah. That's what Uddhav is.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, so in a short form, Uddhavji, because he's such a jnani, he doesn't, he says like Gyan is the highermost than bhakti and love. Right? So Lord Krishna ji, that's why he's sending him to Vrindavan actually. Behind
Okay.
the scene, Lord Krishna is actually sending Uddhav ji to Vrindavan to really learn the highest truth, the highest perfection of life, the bhakti and love for Lord Shri Krishna. And that's what Uddhavji goes, and that's what he learns from the gopis. So it's a really
Okay.
beautiful reading going forward, like even Gopi Geet, and I'm sure it will come now.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful how how Uddhavji feels and everything else. So yeah, see it says Sukdev Goswami said the supremely intelligent Uddhav was the best counselor of the Vrishni dynasty, a beloved friend of Lord Shri Krishna, and a
Yep.
direct disciple of Brahspati. Okay. Let's read the purport, nice purport here. So, Shri
The acharyas give various reasons why Lord Krishna sent Uddhav to Vrindavan. The Lord had promised the residents of Vrindavan, Ayashi, I shall return. Bhagavad 10.39.35. Also, in the previous chapter of Lord Krishna promised Nanda Maharaj, Drashtum Ishyamaha. We will come back to see you and Mother Yasoda. Bhagavatam 10.45.23. At the same time, the Lord could not break his promise to Sri Vasudev and Mother Devaki to finally spend some time with them after they had suffered for so many years. Therefore, the Lord decided to send his intimate representative to Vrindavan in his place. The question may be asked, why did Krishna not invite Nanda and Yasoda to visit him in Mathura? According to Srila Jiva Goswami, for the Lord to have exchanged loving feelings with Nanda and Yasoda in the same place and at the same time that he was exchanging them with Vasudeva and Devki would have created an awkward situation in the Lord's pastimes. Thus, Krishna did not invite Nanda and Yasoda to stay with him in Mathura. The residents of Vrindavan had their own way of understanding Krishna, and their feelings could not have been appropriately expressed on a regular basis in the kingly atmosphere of Mathura. Hare Krishna.
Nisha?
Sri Uddhav is described in this verse as Buddhi Sattamaha, the most intelligent, and thus he could expertly pacify the residents of Vrindavan who were feeling such intense separation from Lord Krishna. Then, upon his return to Mathura, Uddhav would describe to all the members of the Rashni dynasty the extraordinary pure love he had seen in Vrindavan. Indeed, the love the coward men and gopis felt for Krishna was far beyond anything the Lord's other devotees had ever experienced. And by hearing about the love, all the Lord's devotees would increase their faith and devotion. As stated in the third canto by the Lord himself, Nadhao Nava Api Mana Nyunaha. Uddhav is not even slightly different from me. Resembling Krishna so much, Uddhav was the perfect person to carry out the Lord's mission in Vrindavan. In fact, Sri Hari once states that Uddhav is the son of Vasudev's brother Devabhanga. Uddhavo Devabhangasya Mahabhagaha Suto Bhavat. In other words, he is a cousin brother of Sri Krishna's. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vinodji?
Samah Bhagavan Prastham Bhaktam Eka Nitanam Kavachit Grahitva Panina Panim Pannarati Haro Hari. The Supreme Lord Hari, who relieves the distress of all who surrender to him, once took the hand of his fully devoted, dearmost friend Uddhav and addressed him as follows. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So Lord Hari, how he is referred to as? The one who relieves the distress of all who surrender unto him. Yeah? Prapannati Haro Hari hai. That's why it's called Hari. Yeah? So he starts speaking to Uddhavji. Gacho Uddhav Brajam Somya Pitro no Pritimavah Gopinam Madhvi Yogadhim Mada Sandeshe Vimocha. Lord Krishna said, Dear gentle Uddhav, go to Vraj and give pleasure to our parents, and also relieve the gopis suffering in separation from me by giving them my message. Huh? So he wants Uddhavji to give a message to gopis. Shloka.
प्रभु जी, आज मैं कुछ चीज लर्न किया था, मैं शेयर करना चाहूंगा। ये वृंदावन को व्रज क्यों बोलते हैं? तो हाँ, तो उसका दो दो एक एक्सटर्नल रीजन है और एक इंटरनल रीजन है। मुझे भी आज ही पता चला प्रभु जी, इसलिए आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू शेयर इट। इन संस्कृत व्रज मीन्स टू मूव। तो एक्सटर्नल रीजन ये है कि व्रज में सब लोग मूव करते ही रहते थे। कोई मथुरा से वृंदावन आ रहा है, वृंदावन से मथुरा जा रहा है, चाहे वहाँ जो मतलब कोई भी काम है, मतलब आज के जमाने में तो जैसा मोटर गाड़ी वगैरह कुछ होता नहीं था, राइट? तो सब लोग घूमते ही रहते थे इधर उधर। और और इंटरनल रीजन ये है कि सब लोग वहां पे कृष्ण के डिजायर के हिसाब से मूव करते थे। यदि उन्हें माखन चुराना है आज, तो सब लोग माखन चुराने निकल जाते थे। आज यदि मुझे बंदरों के साथ खेलना है, तो सब लोग बंदरों के साथ खेलने चले जाते थे। आज सभी लेडीज को परेशान करना है, तो सब लोग उनके हिसाब से घूमने निकल जाते थे।
Yes.
तो ये इंटरनल रीजन है कि एवरीबडी मूव्ड एज पर द कृष्णास डिजायर, एंड एक्सटर्नली ऑल्सो एवरीबडी वाज मूविंग, कोई फॉर वॉट एवर रीजन। सो इसलिए ये रीजन आज पता चला।
Cool. Thank you so much for sharing this.
अच्छा, हाँ, मेरा टर्न है। ता मनस्का मत प्राणा मतर्थे त्यक्त दैहिकाः मामेव दयतिं पृष्ठमात्मानं मनसा गतः ये त्यक्त लोक धर्माश्च मदर्थे तान बिभमर्यहम्। ट्रांसलेशन, थोड़ा स्क्रॉल करेंगे नीचे को। हाँ। The minds of those gopis are always absorbed in me, and their very lives are ever devoted to me. For my sake, they have abandoned everything related to their bodies, renouncing ordinary happiness in this life, as well as religious duties necessary for such happiness in the next life. I alone am their dearmost beloved, and indeed their very self. I personally sustain such devotees who, for my sake, give up all worldly duties. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Lord Shri Krishna is talking about the gopis. Yeah. And the gopis always absorbed in me. Their lives are just devoted to me. Yeah. For my sake, they have abandoned everything related to their bodies, renouncing ordinary happiness in this life. Yeah. And I alone am their dearmost beloved and indeed their very self. I personally sustain such devotees who for my sake give up all worldly duties. Yeah. So Lord Shri Krishna himself takes care of them. Yeah. Says Tambibhya Raham Aham. Yeah. Mad Artho. So he is the one who takes care of their most beloved devotees. And that's what he is referring to the gopis. Yeah. Krishna. And the Vraj Bhumi, you are right, Prabhuji. So Vraj also was because Lord Shri Krishna and the Gopas used to move around with the cows.
Yes. Yes.
So cows, gopis, Vraj Bhumi. Okay. Sure, Prabhu?
Yeah. Maitaha presham preshte durasthe gokulastriyaha smarantyo addaga vimuhanti virhot kanthya vihavalah. My dear Uddhava, for those women of Gokula, I am the most cherished object of love. Thus, when they remember me, who am so far away, they are overwhelmed by the anxiety of separation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nisha?
धारयन्ति कृष्णेन प्रायः प्राणान् कथञ्चन प्रत्यागमनसन्देशैर्वल्लभ्यो मे मदात्मिकाः. Simply because I have promised to return to them, my fully devoted cowherd girlfriends struggle to maintain their lives somehow or other. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pranana Kathachwan. They are difficult to maintain their lies because they are so much remembering Lord Shri Krishna. Yeah, is what Lord Krishna is telling to whom?
To Uddhavaji.
Uddhavji Maharaj, right? Because he wants him to go to Vrindavan. Yeah.
Vrindavan.
Yeah. Vinodji?
Srisuk Uach Iti Yukta Yudhava Rajan Sandesam Bhartur Adartha Adaya Ratham Aruhaya Prayaya Nanda Gokulam. Sukhdev Swami said, thus addressed, O king, Uddhava respectfully accepted his master's message, mounted his chariot, and set off for Nanda Gokul. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Uddhavji then starts for Gokul Dham. Prapto Nand Vrajam Shrima Nimlochati Vibhavaso Channayana Pravishatam Pashunam Kurrenubhi. The fortunate Uddhav reached Nand Maharaj's pastures just as the sun was setting. And since the returning cows and other animals were raising dust with their hooves, his chariot passed unnoticed. Okay, so he reached to Nand Baba's home without getting noticed. Yeah, Nisha.
वासितार्थे अभियुद्धब्धिर्नादितं शुष्मिभिर्वृषैः धावन्तीभिश्च वास्त्रभिरुधो भारेः स्ववत्सकान् इतस्ततो गोवत्सैर्मण्डितं सितेः गोदोः शब्दाभिरवं वेणूनां निःस्वनेन च गायन्तीभिश्च कर्माणि शुभानि बलकृष्णयोः स्वलङ्कृतभिर्गोपैश्च सुविराजितम् अग्न्यर्कातिथि गोवी प्रपीडतु देवार्चन अन्वितेः धूपदीपैश्च मालैश्च गोपावासैर्मनोरमम् सर्वतः पुष्पितवनं द्विजालीकुलनादितं हंसकारणवाकिर्णैः पदश्चण्डैश्च मण्डितम् Gokul resounded on all sides with the sounds of bulls in rat fighting with one another for fertile cows, with the moving of cows burdened by their udders, chasing after their calves, and with the noise of milking and of the white calves jumping here and there, with the loud reverberation of flute playing, and with the singing of the all auspicious deeds of Krishna and Balram by the cowherd men and women, who made the village resplendent with their wonderfully ornamented attire. The cowherd homes in Gokul appeared most charming with their abundant paraphernalia for worship of the sacrificial fire, the sun, unexpected guests, the cows, the Brahmins, the forefathers, and the demigods. On all sides lay the flowering forest, echoing with flocks of birds and swarms of bees, and beautified by its lakes crowded with swans, uh, karandava and ducks, and bowers of lotuses. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And what Sukdev Goswami is describing is how Vrindavan was looking when Uddhavji is crossing. Uddhavji is reaching Vrindavan. Yeah. Says here, although Gokul was merged in grief because of separation from Lord Shri Krishna, the Lord expanded his internal potency to cover that particular manifestation of Vrij and allow Uddhav to see the normal bashal and joy of Vrij at sunset. Vinodji?
Samagamyam Krishnasya Sunacharam Priyam Nandah Pritah Parisvajya Vasudevadhi Yarchitam. As soon as Uddhav arrived at Nand Maharaj's home, Nand came forward to meet him. The cowherd king embraced him in great happiness and worshipped him as non-different from Lord Vasudev. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Uddhav looked just like Nand's son Krishna and gave pleasure to anyone who saw him. Thus, although Nand was absorbed in thoughts of separation from Krishna, when he saw Uddhav coming toward his house, he became aware of the external events and eagerly went out to embrace his exalted visitor. Yeah. I think we'll pause here. Yeah. And we'll continue reading this very auspicious adhyaya of how Uddhav reaches and how he speaks and what happens with gopis and what does he learn. Yeah. So let's pause here. And today we are going to listen to a beautiful Hare Krishna Kirtan. And interestingly, it seems this was performed on May 21st in Moscow, Russia. So which is very interesting. But we'll hear it for 6 to 7 minutes. Yeah. Share the screen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama.
That's good.
Hmm?
That was good. Very good, Kirtan.
Very nice. He's forgot the name, Madhurima Mataji. If you search for Madhumita Mataji,
Madhurmita. Okay.
Madhumita, I think. Madhumita.
Okay.
Madhurima or Madhumita. You'll get it. Mataji Iskon Kirtan, she has a lot of wonderful kirtans.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then we will see you tomorrow at 9. Continue reading Uddhavji's journey to Vrindavan. That'll be nice. Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी
Hare
आपका नाम
Krishna.
क्या है? आपका नाम रीना तिवारी आ रहा है, आपका नाम क्या है प्रभु जी?
Vinod.
विनोद, अच्छा।
Vinod, yes.
शिवा, मेरा नाम शिवा है।
Yes, yes. Yeah, I know. I saw your name actually. Yes.
थैंक यू।
Yeah.
So you're local, Shiva? Or you're
मैं शार्लेट में हूँ प्रभु जी।
solid? Okay, guys. Yes. Okay, okay. Good. Okay.
आइए,
Nice.
शार्लेट में आप लोग कभी आते हैं तो जरूर हमारे घर
Sure,
आइएगा।
sure. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Welcome. Yeah. We'll definitely meet. Yeah. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare
हरे
Krishna.
कृष्ण।